The Portal 2 cast.
Let the games begin.
In 3, 2.
Welcome to the Portal 2 cast, the only show designed to make you better at Portal 2 mapping. Today is Tuesday Tips, where I will show you something that most of you probably already know, but one or two of you out there might learn something new. Maybe combine a mechanic that you hadn't thought of before, or do something even basic with the builder. So this show is intended to help people become better builders, whether they're already experts, or if you're new, you might learn entirely new ways of building puzzles. So today I want to show you how you can take advantage of blue gel. Now, blue gel has a default bounce value of 2 cubes high. What that means is if a player jumps on blue gel here, he will jump to about this high. I can't remember if it's enough just to get you over the lip and onto a ledge that's 2 cubes high, but it's roughly 2 cubes high. I think it's enough to go. It's certainly enough to get you up 1 cube. But blue gel is actually reciprocal, and what I mean by that is blue gel will return the player however high he originally fell onto it in the first place. So if you fell from a great height, you will bounce back the entire amount. You can use that in your test to create ways for players to generate height for themselves that they don't otherwise have. One of my favorite methods is with a light bridge, but you can do this with flip panels, you can do it with excursion funnels, you can do it with access to part of the level. So I've just built a basic puzzle here. There's almost nothing in it, just a little bit of lighting, and you can see I've given it some height so we can see how the principle works. Chariots, chariots. So first, just a minor bit of almost no puzzle at all is that the player will have to stand on that button to get access to the gel. But this is almost no test at all. This is just for demonstration purposes right here. So what I want you to see is that this blue gel, while it bounces you 1 or 2 cubes high, just barely 2 cubes high when you jump straight onto it, you can jump to it from other heights, and this will let you use it to jump back that high again. So what you can do is set up a test where the player has to get that high. So first of all, let's simplify this and not allow any flinging. We're going to make that entire half take no portals at all. In fact, I'm going to go 1 square further with it. Now what let's do is let's take this exit and we're going to raise him up quite a bit. So now the player has to blue gel bounce up to the exit. And what you'll see happen here is the player has to figure out a way to get himself that high first before he can use the blue gel. It's one of my favorite ways of using blue gel, rather than just using it where it sits or moving it where you'd have to jump over a pit at level. You can do this kind of thing where you're combining elements, and I think it's a little bit more interesting than using them by themselves. So first part of this puzzle is just the player's going to have to figure out how to turn off the light bridge, which of course is patently obvious, and then he's going to have to get blue gel over here. And I wonder if I've made this impossible now, turning off all my portal walls. I think I may have. So that was a mistake. So let's do this. Let's let gel through, but not people. And we can do that, as most of you know, with the grate. I think we have everything now. Alright, here we go. Player needs gel. He's going to have to turn off the light bridge to get it. And he can now drop it anywhere onto this part. And of course you can make this harder or easier. You could have another barrier up there he'd have to remove, somehow try and figure out where to be both places. There's all sorts of combinations you can do with this. But now this is pretty easy because the player can't go straight up there. He's got this grate blocking him. But what he can do, and by the way, this map would fail on its face because there are plenty of people who are good at flinging, and they could just fling through here and get onto the exit right there. I missed. My portal wasn't quite high enough. But you could see where this test already is broken. But the point is not to have a cohesive test. The point is to show you how to use this blue gel and get the player up higher, where the blue gel has no effect at this level, but it's got a different effect when you combine it with other elements. By the way, I'm not sure how many people know this, but when you're on blue gel, you can duck and you will land. You can just land and then you won't bounce again. So that's convenient if you're having trouble navigating anything. Also, some players might not realize, unless you play the co-op campaign, that you can actually gel the bridges themselves. That can be kind of hard to include in a test because as soon as you move the bridge, your gel disappears. So for example, up there, that's not going to be much good if I move the laser bridge, the light bridge, higher up. But you can do this kind of thing and use the light bridge where he would have to use the light bridge to navigate higher up. But what I want to do today is just show you that using the light bridge over here, the player doesn't even have to do anything fancy, but that blue gel is reciprocal, so if he moves this light bridge anywhere else and falls on the gel, he's now going to be able to bounce all the way back up to the exit and beat the puzzle. So there you have it, blue gel combined with a light bridge or any other method of gaining elevation gives you a little bit more options than just the blue gel by itself. Hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching, and as always, thanks for building.